Good morning. This is Dr. Timothy Scott Beck here at LifePoint Medical. It is May the 12th of 2025, and we're up and running this morning, and we're happy to be here, and we're happy to take care of you if you need any help. I did want to talk to you about what's going on around here so you can understand, and we want to help you, and you can help us. So, first of all, the next month, I'm going to be away from my practice probably more than I've ever been in my entire life. Just because I've got things going on in my personal life that I've got to deal with. And a lot of it's celebratory. My son's graduating from high school, and we've got a little vacation for him and I and my other son planned after that. But the thing that I want to tell you about is, I'm going to try to be here as much as I can over the next couple of weeks, but I got a lot going on. But I also want to reassure you that I have took multiple steps to try to make sure this office runs as good as possible without me here. And I have begged and worked with the staff and worked with the providers so that we all understand that and we can do the best we can in providing you with services so that you don't get any lack of continuity when it comes to the services. Now, I understand some people get really mad at me if they show up here and I'm not here. However, I have to mediate some of that with my life, and honestly, it would be a grave disservice to you if I hung everything that happened on this practice on just me. Okay, and a lot of people understand that, and they know what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm trying to set up a machine that provides you with what you need, whether or not I'm on scene or not. Okay, and yes, it is under my license, and I have to technically be here in a license sense, providing oversight. But that does allow me to travel a little bit, and I can't just never do anything and stay here. However, I do love my job and I love working here, and this is what I do on a daily basis. Most people understand that you've got to get out and enjoy your life a little bit beyond whatever your occupation is. So that's all I'm doing. And plus, it helps me to stay sharper. And it helps me to stay interested in what's going on, and it helps me mediate my life. Plus, I have to take care of my family life, because if my family life's not good, I'm not as good of a doctor. Okay, that's just how it is. So anyway, I've got great people in place to help with that. Most of you guys know Brian, Pam, John, and Monique. We've worked together for years, side by side. So honestly, there shouldn't be any difference in your services. So anyway, we will be operating as normal. There'll be no changes except for maybe like the holiday of Memorial Day. The clinic will not be open, but the rest of the time we're going to be open just like normal. And I'm going to be here as much as I can. Otherwise, I want you to use this system, okay? The number one most important thing that I'll ever do for you in my life is to keep you out of the hospital, and that's get to you when you're a little sick and to keep you from getting more sick. We can't do that 100%. We're never going to be 100% on that, but we can try, and we can do the best we can to intervene in a reasonable fashion. We do need your help. Our outreach is typically for preventive services. In other words, our outreach is based on, hey, this patient needs this and hasn't had that yet, so we need to call them to let them know. And that is in conjunction with what your insurance company wants me to do for you. Okay, they're guiding us on a lot of this stuff. Okay, but the other part of that is I don't reach out to you if you're sick. You've got to do that, and you've got to let us know when things aren't feeling right and you need an adjustment or you need to be looked at and taken care of. Now, from a young standpoint, and I'm same here, is a lot of times you get sick and then you just ride it out and you get better. And that's what most people do, except at some point in their life, that plan becomes not as good as it used to be, and that usually has to do with age or other medical problems like diabetes or heart disease and something like that. And then you need to be a little bit more attuned to what's going on with your body and a little bit quicker to jump on it so that A, you don't end up in the hospital or dead, and two, so we don't have to, we save money and time if we can get to this stuff and get it taken care of. And it just becomes more important for you to realize that as you get older with age. Now, most people that are older understand that because they've experienced it. Just like me, in my life experiences, if I have something, if a hard day's work, I might be a little bit more stiff than I was the day before, things like that. So we understand that recovery becomes more and more difficult as you get older, and illnesses can be more deleterious as you get older. The deal is, though, is we set this office up so we can respond immediately to you, whether I'm here or not. And that number is 706-782-0016. You can call, you can leave a message. I still get every day somebody says, I've called your office 5 times and nobody won't answer. And the next question is, did you leave a message? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, just keep trying, because if you're going to wait for somebody to pick up the phone, we get like 100 phone calls an hour, and we have 4 to 5 people answering the phone continuously. But if you leave the message, it's hammered in. We'll know you're there and we'll get back to you. And they have a protocol where they are checking the messages every hour. Okay, but you can also text us, and you can also go to our website at drtspec.com. You can talk to our little bot we've got there that talks to the front end, and they can get you in here if you need to be. You can make a appointment request on the website, and it'll go into our queue, and we'll just call you and get you all set up for it, or transmit it electronically how you can get in here and be seen. So we've got tons of ways to do that. We leave room open in our schedule during the day so that we can make sure we accommodate you, and we're always modifying that to try to find the sweet spot, the spot where I can get people in, get them taken care of, and in a proficient fashion, which proficiency is fast but also accurate. Okay, so thank you so much for listening to me today. Call us if you need us. Enjoy this springtime rain, and I'll talk to you next week.